Hey guys, welcome to another one of our reviews. I'm the Worm, and this is the Protank. Today we're going to be doing a review for Dr. Smokeless. No official website, but they've got like a store and a Facebook page that you can go to. But yeah, this is a kind of different one for kind of people out there that aren't good at rebuilding or don't want to get into it, but want to experience what you get from it. So
there you go. What we're doing today is a semi-review, I suppose, but basically what we're dealing with today is they're offering a service at Dr. Smokeless. Basically you can buy a pre-microcoil cottoned Protank head, and it will come with spare cotton, it will come with instructions on how to do it. They will also re-cotton it and demonstrate how to do it for you for the first time, and I'm sure subsequent times if you absolutely had to have it done. And they're also looking at hopefully including the voltage guide for you as well, because obviously it's going to be different to your standard Kanga heads. So yeah, basically that's what they're doing. Offering it. I don't know. We know there's someone out there who is offering this already. They were first to get it on YouTube, not necessarily the first one to be doing it. They've been doing it at Dr. Smokes for quite a while, and basically just want to get the word out. That's what they're doing for their customers who want to utilise that service. So yeah, the price of the Protank head with microcoil cotton is £5, and that again gets you your first time for free, and also the cotton, organic cotton that you're going to need to then re-cotton it, and a demo on how to do all that, which I don't think is too bad, to be honest with you, because a Protank head's what, £2. So you know, it's going to last you, even if you only did it once, even if you just used their initial and didn't do it yourself, you're getting 2 heads out of it for a £5, which isn't too bad. Obviously the main benefits though is it's on cotton, and it's a microcoil, so flavour's going to be better, and also you can run them a lot harder if that's what you choose to do. I myself have re-wicked several Protank heads, and they're always better performing than the standard wanky Protank heads that you buy. I mean, not their biggest fan of the Protank 2 heads, the newer ones are a bit better, but 2s could definitely do with a bit of improvement, so that's the idea of this. I mean,
what we're talking about is like they'll perform better. It's just because cotton has a higher retention of juice, so you can push them that little bit harder without worrying about burning. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still highly possible to burn a cotton coil if you're running it super stupid, like we occasionally do, but out of an EVOD, which you're going to be using pretty much a standard battery, it's going to run fine pretty much throughout the whole entire of its life. I mean, as long as the coil in it is up to par, which I'm quite sure if they'll make sure that it's a proper working coil before they give it to you. That it's going to work for at least 1 to 2 weeks before you need to re-cotton it. So you're going to get a good 3 to 4 weeks out of it before you need to maybe buy another one, or maybe look at doing it yourself if you enjoy it. So
there you go. I mean, I've got to say, we're just using a standard coil, and before putting that in, we actually did a video of us using it, but it cocked up, so we've started just with it in the tank. The flavour's definitely better. There's some menthol juice and they're getting more of a menthol hit. It's standard procedure, guys. If you're used to this, you know cotton is a better performing wicking material in terms of flavour. Those of you that aren't familiar with it and plan on getting it based on this, just be aware you don't dry burn that coil. So far, no wicking issues whatsoever. I mean, I was puffing on that fairly hard on the standard Protank coil. I'd have definitely been getting dry hits. No dry hit off that. That's a 1.6 ohm coil in there, which is nice. I mean, I kind of like the 1.6ish because you run it on a mech, you can run it on VV, it works across the board, unlike the sort of 2.4s, 2.6s and whatever it is that Kanga said.
is there a full battery in here?
Yeah.
Reasonably enough, so it's running at about 4 volts roughly. I mean, it probably has been used a little bit, but it's running there or thereabouts. So on your standard Ego batteries, which are 3.7, this is going to work more than ample, and if you've got variable voltage, you can quite happily probably push this up to like 4.2, probably even higher to be fair, as long as you're not puffing too hard on it. So
there you go. Which is some sauce. Yeah, so I mean, we're just making you aware that it's out there, guys. And like I say, for £5, I don't think it's a bad deal, because you're getting the kind of longevity and actually longer, even with a microcoil. I mean, microcoils are not indestructible and they do not last forever. But you can re-cotton a microcoil a good 10 times before you have to change that coil itself. So if you look at it that way, you're getting 1080 heads for a £5. All you've got to do is put a bit of cotton into it, and Julian will give you a full demo on how to do that if you pop into store. Failing that, you can order it and you'll get a full guide as to, like, you know, instructions and sort of demo guide how to do that yourself. Now obviously if you was to order these sort of mail delivered, you're not going to get that initial first re-cotton done free for you, because you're not going to be there physically for him to do it unless you want to pop down and see him. So that's something to be aware of, guys, but I'm sure things can be worked out, and obviously technical help and all that stuff will be available if you call them. So yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely a worthwhile little thing, and they do perform a hell of a lot better than they would with their standard 80 heads.
I think more than anything though, it's kind of beneficial for those people that want to try a cotton build, but necessarily don't want to go out and buy all the resources and then find out that it's not for them. So it's a good way to test the cotton platform to see whether cotton's right for you, wrong for you, or whether you just want to kind of test it in kind of general. If you just want to see if it just stacks up compared to your preference on the Kanga head as standard. So for £5 it's kind of like, it's not really kind of you're just chucking the money away. It's kind of like an investment onto see what the next step is and whether you want to move on to that next step. So
there you go. I mean, if you've got old Protank heads lying around, you know, you've got 10, 15 that you've been using, you've got the 80 heads there burnt out though, I'm sure if you took them down to them, you'd probably be able to do your deal, and whereas you get a couple of them done for nothing, to be honest with you, because, I mean, the Protank heads, there's no point destroying new ones in order to make these, you know, so if you've got them, take them down there, and I'm sure that he can show you how to do it as well, and then from there you're away and you're laughing, you'll be doing it yourself, and jobs are good. And yeah, but it's just a informative video, guys, to let you know this is out there, and you can choose to have a butchers if you want to. We'll link Dr. Smokeless down here. Complete restocking all their gear. They've got a load of new products coming in this month. They said to let us know, and also I'll show you what it says at the top here. I'm going to hide my address and my contact numbers, but yeah, he's also managed to do the Aspire BDCs that week as well. Now whether he's going to be doing them, I don't know. They will definitely be better on cotton. They're awesome as it is, but that on cotton, you'll get a lovely vape off that as well. And I know for a fact that they're a bitch to rebuild. So if you think maybe you can rebuild a Protank head yourself, but you're using Aspires, that might be worth a look as well, purely because they are a pain. They are a pain to rebuild.
They're very small, and you've got to be very, very delicate with them in there, sort of thing, because one little slip, you're going to short.
It's not just that, you've got that sleeve as well, you lose that and you're in trouble, you split it, you're in trouble as well. So if he's going to be doing the Aspire heads, that's definitely worth a look for those of you guys that either don't want to, can't, or just can't be asked to build them. So yeah, there you go guys. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Mr. Proton, this has been The Worm, we shall see you soon.